Welcome to Sekou Style. This is your man Sekou Kessley. Hey, today I'm excited. I'm going to be sharing with you something very interesting, meaning thought-provoking, right? Is an idea, and I like the idea, so I want to share with you and see what you think about this idea. Have you ever wondered why our politicians usually don't listen to people? I mean, when they are elected into the position or voted into these positions, they never listen to people, they never do what needs to be done. Most of the time they're actually working against the people. You ever notice that? Do you know what needs to be done to, again, stop this from happening? I think a lot of people would say, let's go vote them out. But what if you vote them out, we voted another one in? Is there going to be any change? Alright, if you're interested in this new idea about politicians, stay tuned. First and foremost, hey, do me a favor. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you've been here already, still make some comment, like the video. You need to like the video so we can keep this moving. Listen, let's get down to it. Alright, I found this interesting video on TikTok, and the person who made the video, he's called Dr. Sam Goldstein. Okay, Dr. Sam Goldstein made a very interesting idea. I was like, whoa, this is smart. I know other people have made a similar idea, but the way he put it and the way he actually said it, I was like, wow, his analogy and everything. I'm like, this is something that I have to share with my beautiful people, my beautiful audience. So without further ado, let's listen to what Dr. Sam Goldstein has to say. Let's go for it.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night with like an idea that just, boom, hits you in the head? Middle of the night last night, I woke up and I started thinking, plumbers need a license, electricians need a license. In fact, nearly everybody that does anything in any industry that serves our society needs a license. Why? So that we know they're properly trained, and we know that if they screw up, there's something we can do about it. So I'm starting a movement, and I hope you all join. Politicians need to be licensed. So here's what I'm going to say. You want to be a politician? You got to get a degree in politics or economics or something that does any good besides acting. You want to be a politician? You got to take a test. Just like the rest of us to get licensed. You got to take a test. And you got to pass the test. And then you have to indemnify yourself with insurance. So when you screw up our lives by doubling the price of our gas and tripling the price of food and other commodities, we can sue your ass and get the money we need to pay for the stuff that you're making us pay more for. And that's my idea of the day.
Yes, we are back. All right, what do you think about the idea? I mean, personally, I find the idea to be, brilliant. I think, politicians should be held accountable like everyone else, all professionals. So he really made a brilliant idea. So, and it's interesting, it's very thought-provoking. So let's get into it. Now, my audience mostly gears towards Africa and Africans. Now, all my beautiful Africans watching today, what do you think? Do you think this could apply in your country? Be honest, make some comment. Do you think this really could apply in your country? Politicians, as we all know, anywhere you go, in Africa or in America, most of the time, they are who they are, and they will make agreements or commitment in public. In private, they are doing something different. So it's interesting that Dr. Goldstein is recommending that they should be held accountable by actually testing them, right? And I think it's really is an idea that everybody should be tested. They should be getting a license to become politicians. Like, you need to be about politics. You need to be about, public service. Now, I'm gonna take it like 1 or 2 steps further. That's what I do, right? That's what I do. That's what I love doing. So this is something that I'm passionate about, so I'm gonna take it one or two steps further, right? Politics has become one of the most lucrative, business in many African countries, globally actually, but Africa particularly. Politics is becoming lucrative. So everyone and their mom and dad and whoever they want to run for office, run to become senators, run to become representatives, run to become president. Nothing wrong with that, but many of them are not ready for the reality, right? Now, this testing idea will really push people to the boundary to think about what they are running for. And I think, we need to start asking them what they are running to do, right? And what exactly do they want to see change, and how to do about this test. This cannot be just testing any other testing. It's not your idea, because when I tell you what do you running for, like all these politicians, they will go to debate. Some of them will not even go to debate. In my native Liberia, I know the last presidential election, now all the candidates went to go debate, where to tell people what they're gonna do and if elected and all that stuff. Not all the candidates went there. I know that for a fact. Matter of fact, even the person that I supported, the person who I supported, end up winning without doing any debate. But imagine now if everyone is being tested. Not only the debate, we don't care about your opinion. We want to see what you know before your opinion comes. So you are tested on, law, politics, history of the country, science. You are literally tested with an exam. Oh, let's get more interesting. Let's get a little bit more interesting. Now imagine after you pass all those tests, we give you a lie detective test. How many of our politicians do you think would be able to pass such scrutiny? How many would be able to pass with a flying color? How many do you honestly believe that will pass this test? So I think it's really, we need to start thinking about these ideas, because politicians, time without number, they have failed our people. They have failed everybody. And what we do, instead of actually finding a way to vet people, we find a way to do what? Encourage more politicians to be developed. Now, politics is supposed to be about public service. It's not a business. But sadly, a lot of people have turned this good public service, about the people for the people, into a business where everyone wants to be. Now, if we turn it into business, like every other, like police people, for instance, in America, and I think in other countries, before you become a police officer, you do a lie detective test. You would do certain examinations. They would test your urine. If you do drugs, you would go through all these processes, right, to make sure that you're a good, quote unquote, good citizen. What are we doing for politicians? With politicians in our country? Can we start testing them, making them go through these processes? Because sometimes we hire or we elect these guys and they are complete clowns. They don't want to leave power. They are psychopathic. They're not all of them. Some of them are really not about anything but for themselves. If we could try to put a mechanism in place to weed some of these guys out through the test, what do you think? Tell me. Alright? Peace and love. See you guys soon. Share the video. Thanks.